So welcome to the EarMeOut podcast. I know I said that at least 5 freaking times. We got my man Marcus right over there on the other side. He's going to be part of the conversation. He'll chime in when he needs to. We got Jordan, the most hated individual in this universe, back here by popular demand. After the whole LeBron controversy, who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron? I mean, the only reason why you guys kind of liked him is because he liked Game of Thrones. But apart from that, he can't decide if he wants his jacket zipped up or down. Are you going to make a choice? Are you gonna
leave it like this?
Gonna leave it like this? We're just gonna roll like that?
Let's do it.
You cool with that? All right, cool. And then we got Fancy Phil, who had to go and outdress all of us.
Just had to, dress to impress.
And we can also talk right into the mic. that would impress me. That would impress me more. But yeah, so we have a very, very interesting topic. And what's the topic today, Jordan? I mean, this is something that you've been battling every single day of your life. What's the topic?
White privilege.
What? it's like we put a gun to his head.
That's what I feel like right now.
He's like,
I don't want
white privilege.
It's okay, man.
We're going to be talking about white privilege. We're also going to be talking about black privilege, Asian privilege, Mexican privilege, whatever, all types of privilege. But nobody talks about that because the contrast is white and black, so it's easier. What's the contrast of yellow? Don't know. Are there really yellow people? Not really. But Phil, I want to kind of open up with some Snapchat questions. So I was in the shower, and I posted this on Snapchat. And you know what, guys? You can judge me if you want. Hey, why are you posting stuff in the shower and asking me questions? Because I am. I am very comfortable with myself in the shower, as long as I don't drop the phone. And I'm very comfortable with myself in the bathroom because all my thoughts really come from there. I mean, do you have your best thoughts when you're in the shower?
Yes.
Do you sing the best when you're in the shower?
I sing the best anytime.
Oh, wow, I like that. So let's hear from... You should be my tech guy. Let's hear from Edris. What does she say?
I would love to think not, and that racism doesn't exist, but it does. Shit, I'm dealing with this BS at my job now.
Okay. So I want to really clarify this. White privilege, is it racism or a little bit different?
No, white privilege isn't racism.
Not.
It's kind of just inherent, so it's always kind of been there. If we look at the majority of people in the U.S., they are white, so therefore they're going to have privileges.
Google that, Jordan. I want to know if the majority of the people in the U.S. are white. Google that on your phone right now.
Let's do it.
So we're going to have privileges, and they're in higher positions. It's kind of come from when the U.S. was first founded by, founded as in
the Native Americans?
Well, the Native Americans, and then they got wiped out, so then
Did you say over? Wiped out or wiped out?
Wiped out.
Oh, okay.
It could be either. But
Easy. So listen. That's actually a good indicator of black privilege because I can make a joke like that, like wiped out, and nobody's gonna call me racist. Black privilege. I just exercised that. Now, if a white person said, "Did they get blacked out?" You're gonna get a baseball bat to the head, and it's over for you. But I just wanted. I wasn't planning on doing that, but that's a good example of that.
Right,
so black privilege, got 1 point right over here. What do you got there? Answer the mic, my friend.
72.4% of people are white American in the U.S.
Wow.
Is it 100% white American, or are they like partly white American?
Partly white American.
Okay.
And then African Americans are the largest minority at 12.6%.
I don't know.
What year was that?
I feel like there's more black people. I feel like there's more black people than that.
In the most recent census.
1984?
It was actually 2010.
Oh, okay. Well,
but as of July 16,
a lot of black people were born in the next 7 years, I'm pretty sure.
13.3% African American.
Let's talk about racism real quick. We'll get to this. Do you feel weird saying the word black people?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a touchy subject.
The word black people. So you're okay if we say white people?
Yes.
It doesn't make you feel weird? But it makes you feel weird to say black people?
Yes.
Even though you have at least 2 black friends?
I have 3.
Who? Who's the third?
There's no third. It's just the 2.
Yeah, I just find that it's really crazy.
Yeah,
but I just want to answer Edris. Racism isn't the topic here, but I guess it could be intertwined a little bit. But there is a sense of privilege, and I think it's like this. Anyone that has privilege is because they're in the majority of the people that are used to whoever they have around them. Mm-hmm. So if it's a white-owned business, who are white people going to feel more comfortable around? Mm-hmm. White people. Mm-hmm. Who are they going to feel a little fear about? Anybody else. So if we're talking about advantages that people have, white people have, or they're born with, or it's something that they're gifted at birth, I don't know. It could go both ways. I'm not on either really side of it, but I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah. After this conversation, I want to know what side I'm on. White privilege or no white privilege.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's like for anything. Like look at different places we have in different cities, like in Chinatown, right? It's mostly for like Chinese people. We have in different areas, like in LA, and we have different places like Baldwin Hills.
Sorry to interrupt you, Phil, but there's a Chinatown. It's not a Mongolian barbecue. No, I don't mean that. There's a Koreatown. Koreatown. But where's the black town? Is there a black town?
It's just Baldwin Hills. Ladera Heights.
Yeah. We got that place.
Crenshaw
Boulevard. Yeah, that's a good town for us. For sure. That's yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, inherently we have like people that stick together. Jewish people usually have their own communities and everything like that. It just happens to be that white people have a bigger majority where they feel comfortable living and being around each other. When other minorities, they do it, but they don't really represent as much as maybe the majority, which are white people, do.
I mean, would you feel more comfortable living amongst all white people or all black people?
I would feel more comfortable with all black people.
I've never asked Phil these questions in my life, so yeah, for sure. How about you, Jordan? How about all white people or Asian people? Like which one?
Get a healthy mix in there.
Yeah, you have to choose one.
Buddy.
So white or Asian people?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know too many Asian people, so I guess I'll say white people.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be kind of afraid to be in a community as all black people. I don't know what could happen.
So you're talking about like the LA black people, or are you talking about like the hood, like a regal nice place?
Oh no, I'm talking about every type of black person. I feel like we're very outspoken, very like dominant individuals naturally, and I just feel like we'll just be whooping each other's ass like every single time. I don't know. It might be cool.
It might be cool. Baldwin Hills?
Yes, I have.
It's nice out there.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's everyone.
What, Baldwin Hills?
No, I'm talking about everyone. Every black type of person. England black. African black. Toronto black. Putting them all together. Yeah. Not just one type of black person, you know.
Well, it's different cultures.
Right. I just think it'll be crazy. Controversy. What type of black person are you talking about, Rod? Shut up. You know what? I think back in the day, the privilege that white people had were like they can vote and they can learn to read, you know, stuff like that. But now I think the playing field is actually pretty even. You know, I'm just always waiting. If I had like the audience, if they all had a sniper, like someone would be shooting through this damn windows for sure. Jordan would probably get hit first.
He would.
That's why I didn't want to be up high.
Right, exactly.
I was looking for a
but let's Alex over here has a response. My answer is yes. It is very much a real thing. I fucking should ask him why. Why? Love you. I don't want him to think I'm mad at him. Okay. Let's go to Patrick again. Oh, nothing. Okay. Jordan, what do you know about white privilege, though?
I know it's a pretty touchy subject. I don't know too much about it, actually, so that's why I was kind of excited to do this, to kind of learn more about it.
So you just got on this podcast because you wanted to learn about it?
Yes.
You have nothing to offer us?
No.
I fucking hate you. But I love you so much. Okay. All right, Marcus, what do you feel like about white privilege is? And you might need to come a little bit closer. But yeah, what do you feel like it is? Talking to that.
I don't believe that white privilege is as big as it used to be. Kind of like what you said. I believe that there are certain circumstances where white people don't get discriminated against.
Like what?
Like for example, like I went into a neighborhood in Hyde Park. It was a like pretty much all white neighborhood, and I got out of my car and I got the cops called on me.
You deserved it.
Within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was just there and I was just lost walking around.
Right.
And I don't believe if like a white person went there.
You can point at Jordan. He's white. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think that they would have called on them because they wouldn't have been weird. So, but I don't believe it really with anything like moving up in a company and stuff like that. I don't believe there's like white privilege or stuff like that.
Well, you have pretty white skin.
Mm-hmm.
So with a hint of tan.
Mm-hmm.
So couldn't you skirt by? You're not white,
mm-hmm.
but does that mean you could have white privilege?
I guess possibly. I guess maybe, and so I think that somebody would have to be kind of really focusing on that, like really focusing on, hey, well maybe his skin color is this, so maybe we'll give him more white privilege. I think that's a little bit far of a stretch on that, but
if you and a black person were about to get a job,
would
the white person get privilege too?
I mean, in my eyes, I wouldn't, like, I don't know, like if I was doing interviews or anything like that myself, I would never look at something like that. I just care about the individual, and what they have to offer. But I could see maybe in some people's eyes that it could be something, but I don't believe that happens. I think that most people, it's based upon who you are, how you hold yourself, and just what skills you have to offer.
Okay, I like that. I'll take that. I will take that answer. Back to Snapchat. Let's see what James Moore has to say.
Man, these kids don't know how good they've got it. I'm about to leave, about a couple days. Sunday we move out. And I'm still out here just showing them the ropes, how to conduct a second round interview. It's their first one, and Papa's still out here training. I mean, they don't know how good they got it. Most people would just be like, no, look for somebody else. But
God damn it, James. Are you answering the question or are you telling me your life story? I love you. All right, well, thank you for your update, James.
That was good.
That was good. But these kids don't know how good they got it.
Yeah,
Shout out to James. Let's hear what Fong has to say.
Hey, Rod, I just want you to know that in my third year living in America, I still don't think there's such thing as white privilege. In life, if you don't earn something, work hard for it. Don't blame on your race. Don't blame on your gender. Don't blame on anything. Life doesn't owe you anything. You work hard to get what you want. You don't sit at one place and complain about life. If you're good, people will want you, regardless of your race, regardless of your gender, regardless of wherever you're from.
Don't cry,
and that's what I want to say.
Beautifully said.
That was cute.
Beautiful said.
Nice.
Yeah, that was great.
I just want to also say, like, you could also see white privilege in the little things that we are around us, right? Like movies. So the fact that when they cast movies, right, and they have main parts, like say a big action movie going out, right? They literally have on, like, when the casting happens, is not black, like white. Like they literally, like when they're casting movies and everything like that, they know, like, you cannot audition for this movie. And it actually happened for Lenny Kravitz's daughter, Zoe Kravitz. So she's like speaking about stuff like that, and she said for like one of the big action movies, she couldn't even audition for it because it said not black, has to be white. So if you think about it, like a lot of even the movies we see nowadays, these big movies with like all these, superheroes and everything like that, why did it take so long since in the Marvel universe or DC universe to finally get like a black superhero, like Black Panther, as we call it? It's because they don't get a lot of chances. Or if you think about, like, even like in sitcoms or a lot of these shows, it's like exceptions, but like a lot of times these main popular shows, they're casted with like people that are white because the majority of people are white. And it's just because also ratings aspects of things, they don't have high ratings because of that.
I mean, that was the controversy that black shows don't get great ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't even get awards because the shows that got those awards were in the action movies or Lethal Weapon 17. But listen, if it was the other way around, I mean, I don't think we could use Black Panther because if we have a character called Black Panther, which I would have loved to be in that movie, which they hit me up to be in that movie because of the color of my skin, black privilege. Would they cast? What would you say if a white person went up there and said, "Hey, you know what? I can learn the script. I am fit, and I think I'd be good for the role of Black Panther." What would you say for them?
No. They would say no, but there's been other movies.
No, they'd laugh at him first.
They laugh, of course.
They laugh and say, "Are you fucking nuts? you white guy want to play Black Panther?"
What about Ghost in the Shell?
Okay, Ghost in the Shell. If you go back to the anime, it wasn't a black character.
Well, not black, but like Asian, right? Like Japanese.
True.
And Scarlett Johansson is the main character.
But I can also argue with that because a lot of the Asian comics, a lot of the Asian heroes, I'm letting my nerdy out. You fucking trapped me, Phil. Now they're gonna know I'm some kind of nerd. But anyway, a lot of the Asian culture, when you watch how they draw their animations or they draw their comics, it's a lot of wide-eyed, blonde hair, kind of stuff like that. Because that's what they want to look like. Not all of them, but they draw what they want to look like, what's appealing to them. Big boobs, crazy curves, which naturally, when you think of Asian women, they don't have. But when they do have it, guess what happens? Everyone goes crazy, right? It's an outlier. But yeah, I mean, Scarlett Johansson was that. It should have been an Asian character. That would have made sense, but would it have sold?
Exactly.
Would it have sold?
I say it doesn't sell overseas.
I'm never asking questions in the shower anymore. I'm not getting any real answers from people.
What do you think about that, Jordan?
About what?
Like the movies we see, the TV shows we see.
So, like, as far as, like, not certain race of people not being allowed to play parts, I feel like in a lot of movies, the people that write them have certain, like, idealistic, you know, what person should play which part and stuff like that. So I feel like when someone of a different race tries to play a different part, they kind of just downplay it.
Let's talk about James Bond. What's the guy's name? Idris
Elba.
Elba, right? He was supposed to be the black James Bond. That didn't happen yet, did it?
No.
Do you know how many fucking people will be pissed?
It'd be bad.
What? James Bond is black?
It's too much of a
risk.
Dude,
no. It would happen. And when was it Donald Glover?
Yeah,
you know, when he talked about being the new Spider-Man?
Yep. Live right now.
They can't trust that much money on a person that's not white.
Smart people.
What?
I just like the way that was raw.
What?
They can't trust that much money on a person that's not white.
They can't spend that much money on a blockbuster, like millions of dollars, on someone that's not white. They figure it's not going to sell as well if they have like Donald Glover as opposed to Chris Pratt or something like that. He's going to sell more just based off of that, and especially overseas in like these other countries, like in Asia and like Europe and stuff like that. Those are like big countries, and they want like a white actor as opposed to like a minority actor that they know. That's why Tom Cruise sells so well.
Right.
He's like a huge actor overseas.
That's true. But black privilege. So what advantages does a white male have straight from birth over a black male? Or a white female has over a black female? Zero. They don't have any goddamn special abilities. Nothing. My stance on any type of privilege, I mean, we could talk about affirmative action. Is that a black privilege thing or is that like a minority privilege thing? I think it's been raised as a black privilege thing because the black community fills up the majority of the minority race, right? Okay. So, Rod, how do you feel about affirmative action? I mean, at a time, yes, it was needed. It was. Like, nobody wanted black people in their schools. So they had to do something. Like, now, I think it's still going on. I think there's still affirmative action. I don't think they got rid of it yet. But do I personally give a fuck about affirmative action? Does it affect me? Yes, it does affect me. The schools I've gone to, it kind of affects me in a negative way. Did they accept me because they needed me? Or, you know, to hit the quota? We need one more black person. Oh, shit. Roderic Grant just applied. Wait, that doesn't sound like a black name. Let's check him out. Yep, he checked the box. It's black. Let's go. Or did they accept me because I'm like worthy enough to be in the school. Right? All the stuff that I did I met the credentials of what they wanted to see. So that kind of f***s me in the head. Like, was I just thrown in there because I needed to be there? Or, like, I don't like that feeling. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to know that I'm the best motherfucking person that you're running into, and that's why you're going to have me. And you're going to deny me because I am not the best. And there's someone else there that's more qualified. But that's different. I'm a very competitive individual. I love to compete. If someone's better than me, I want to find out why they're better than me. Like, don't send me away and just say, hey, no, you're not good. Who beat me? And why did they beat me? So I can go back, get better, come back stronger, and whoop everyone's ass after that. But that's just me. But by me saying that, people are going to be like, well, Rod, all these people that died for you for your options and your privileges and all this stuff. I'm like, listen, thank you to everybody. But I know when I say but, it cancels out everything before that. So thank you to everyone. In conjunction to that, I just know I have to earn. I get what I earn. I get what I put in. Mm-hmm. And if I sit down thinking that all the white privileges that's going around in this place, I'm never going to make any moves because I'm going to feel like I'm handicapped. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, when I started in the sales business, some of you guys know this story. I started on business-to-business sales doing Verizon, not wireless, Verizon landlines. Not Fios yet. Oh. We weren't that cool yet. And I walked into an office and it was all white people. You guys know this story. And there was one black guy. He was a halfie. He was a half and half. He was a day walker. All right? And see, black privilege, I can say that. If you said that, you would get mollywopped. And every time I came in there, he's singing a song. He's like, Beamers, Benz, and Bentleys, Beamers, Benz, and Bentleys. Remember that song? Beamers, Benz, and Bentleys. And I'm like, oh, shit, this guy's cool. Like, there's at least a half of me here. Like, this job is cool. And then the next day, he was gone. And this guy named Art was like, listen, Rod, if you don't pick it up, it's my second day. If you don't pick it up, you're going to be gone too. I was like, what the fuck is going on in this business? And I was like, oh, I get it. White business owners don't want to trust their telephone lines with black, young, good-looking individuals. And then I was like, this business isn't going to work for me because I think the only other black person was a girl named Randy. And I said, listen, if these business owners don't want a piece of me, if they don't want to trust me with their shit, then they're not my customer. I don't want anything to do with them. I'm going to go there and put my best foot forward. I'm going to give my best and sell them everything I was taught how to sell. And if they say no because of the color of my skin, then great. I'm not about them. And I got out of that. But a lot of people can't get out of that. They're like, oh, everyone's racist. Oh, this territory is only for white people. Yes. If I see a black person that I'm going to sell, in my head, I know that I can go harder on this black person. Because we understand. We already have something in common. So when white people see other people, they're like, okay, we already have something in common. We're both white. This might work out. And then Phil walks in, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Here's something else of white privilege, or maybe it's not black privilege. Black privilege, we can name our kids whatever the fuck we want.
No one's going to say anything.
Am I wrong? Can we not? We could combine 15 different names and create one super name. Fusion was invented way before Dragon Ball Z. Black people made that. But then, what happens when they go and put their name on their resume? So, you're trying to get the opportunity right when you're there. You're not even getting the opportunity past the resume. We see anything with Day in front of it, or Sean after it, or what's another name? What's another cool black name?
Keisha.
Isha. Anything with the Isha, right? Isha. Give me another black name, my white friend.
Quan, something like that. Could be one.
How many Quans have you ran into?
Like 3.
Like Daquan.
Like resumes?
Traquan.
Yeah.
I've seen like Jay Shaquan or something like that.
Okay, well, you just made that up. But I mean, that's listen, in this podcast, you have every amount of privilege. Okay? Full privilege is on this podcast. You say whatever you want. Okay? No one here is going to hurt you. No one there or there can hurt you. They can hurt you later once they found out your address. What's his address? I'm just joking. He's got so scared. Oh, fuck. He started sweating.
Oops.
But yeah, you get someone's name on the resume and it's like Marquise Houston. And I don't know if that's a real person. Is that a real person?
Marcus Houston.
Oh, I just changed it to Marquise. Marquise Houston.
Added some extras.
And then they look at the resume and they're like, oh no, he can't work here. No, you got to go find a new job. He can't work here. Now, luckily, my parents named us all normal names.
English names.
Little sister, Stephanie. Second sister, the middle child, Eugenia. Goes by Jeannie. Me, Roderic. Scottish name. Means renowned ruler. Thank you very much. My dad knew what was up. And then when I walk in to the interview, people look at me like this. Hey, I'm Rod. I'm here for my interview. Wait, we're looking for a Roderic. You're Rod, right? Yeah, I don't see your paperwork here. Oh, it's Roderic. Oh, you're Roderic. You. Yes, I made it. I'm here. It's too late now. You got to interview me, right? But I mean, some of the privileges that we have kind of handicap us in the game of life. And this is a game. You got to know how to play the game. But in every game, no one starts the game saying that, hey, I'm handicapped. I can't win this game. They don't play. Some people are like, well, I never asked to play. Then stay out of the game. Be a victim. But I think we've been victimized for so long that that's the only thing that we know, and that handicaps us. And I'm not going to be raised to be a handicap. My parents didn't raise me to be a handicap. They raised me to know that I can do anything that I want to do as long as I know the rules of engagement. That's just my humble thoughts on that. Jordan, what did your parents teach you about black people?
They told me... my parents didn't really say there was really much of a difference between black and white people. They just told me to treat everyone the same.
Cool. Let's talk about you have a stepmom?
Yeah.
Wasn't she afraid of us or something?
She was.
Tell us that story real quick. Right in there.
Yeah, right in here. Yeah.
She was watching the news one day, and then it was something about riots or something, and then she looks over at me. She's like, "I think I'm scared of black people." Oh my god, I hate telling that story. She was like, "I think I'm scared of black people."
I mean, it's who isn't afraid of black people? Are you gonna say you've never been afraid of a black person?
Yeah, I mean, especially
why
in the city.
Why though?
So black people are crazy. You got gangs and Bloods and Crips in LA and stuff like that. You got to be careful.
So listen, your mom gets a pass because if I can honestly say I've never been afraid of a black person. I've looked back and I see a black person some super baggy clothing, and maybe I'm not afraid of the black person. I'm just afraid of what he has hiding under the clothes, right? This is when Fubu was cool. I look back, I'm like, who the fuck was this? Yo, all right, parents, it's funny, my friend Brian was telling me about his mom, that when there were black people around, she would squeeze his hand even tighter, right? Well, if there's white people around, hey, that's cool. I guess white people don't pose that much of a threat. Yeah, I mean, you look very non-threatening.
Not at all.
But we have the terminology of angry black man. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, angry black person. Got an angry black man here. Is that privilege or what is that?
No.
Do we have the right to be angry? Is there anything as gay privilege?
Privileges for people that are gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
I do too.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you think?
No, I just think that people are so afraid to be labeled as homophobic that they even give gay people even more opportunities or something like that, just so they make them appear the same.
Okay, so I'm gonna put an example for that.
Right.
If I see a boy and a girl kissing, just completely locking lips and making out, I would make fun of them. I'd probably throw something at them. I'd say, "Get a room," right? Because I'm just not a bit okay, PDA is cool, real quick kiss, done. Okay, we're done. Hold hands, cool. But when you're just making out to go crazy and you're grabbing the crotch and everything, I'm like, yo, I don't care if you're hetero or homo or the next level of Mars and Venus when they collided. I don't know what it's called. I just think it's too much. But if I said something yo, get a room. Oh, you hate gay people? Whoa. Whoa, no. Did not say that. I just said get a room, because that's what rooms are for. And lock your door, because that's what locks are for. But you understand what I'm saying? And,
that's
what you meant?
That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah, so there's privilege with everybody.
Everybody's privilege.
And is there a way to strip everyone of their privilege so we're all in the same playing field? No, man.
This happens.
Dude, you look on the back of baseball cards, right, back in the day, and they have like their little like ranking system, like what they're good at, like like little power chart.
Yeah.
Right? Or like X-Men cards, like their power, strength, speed, whatever. Yeah. That's what it is. So on the back of the white card, there's different strengths that you guys have. Speed, not one of them. Right? I'm just going by stereotypical cards, okay? What else? You guys can't jump. You're not...
It's a movie named after that.
Right, yeah. There's a movie named after that. Could they make that movie now? No. What else? What else can white people can't do? I already said they can't run fast, right?
Yeah, you said it.
You guys can't dance. You can't sing.
White people can sing.
What?
White people can sing.
You can't dance and you can't sing. This is the stereotypical card. This is not real life. This is not real life. This is not my thoughts. Yes, it is.
Stereotype
right.
Game.
Stereotype game. We'll go to black people. Okay, what are some things black people can't do, Jordan? Be real. Stereotypical card.
Stereotypical.
Okay, what can we do?
You guys are fast.
Fast. What is being fast good for?
Sports.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
Running from the cops.
No, sports.
What you're thinking it is.
I know, obviously.
Right, running from the cops. Running from the cops. Don't try to be innocent here. I want the raw Jordan right here.
No, but sports though, like speed's good for sports and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's why you see more black wide receivers than white wide receivers in football.
Okay, but not quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But that's changing.
It is.
Because you have to be, Sebastian Orr says this, you got to be so good that they can't ignore you. You can't ignore how good these black quarterbacks are becoming. You want to win? You want to make more money? You better enlist this black boy to be your quarterback. Because you know what? The stereotypical card says these white people just stay in the pocket. Stay in the pocket. Quick feet. Beat him with the arm. But then when Michael Vick came around, what? That boy can run? They're allowed to do that?
Changed everything.
Yeah. Changed everything. Changed the whole game. But what else can black people do? They can steal.
Steal. Oh, dude.
Really good at that. That's the power level, the power charts, and that's crazy. We can fight. We can fight.
That's more of the Hispanics with like me.
No, the Hispanics, you guys have knives. You have the power of knives. No one's gonna give you a gun. You're gonna find some knives and shank some.
Well, what
people.
are white people good at?
You guys have some knives. We'll get back to you. I mean, why don't you tell me? Yeah, you guys are good at reading. You guys are good at being white.
That's like a verb.
You guys are good at traveling and seeing the world. You guys are good at running businesses. You're good at going to your yacht club. You're good at going to your country clubs where you get to golf all day. You're good at drinking wine and being toast to our success and everybody's failures. That's what the stereotypical white person is. And it's bad on both ends, right? Doesn't it suck? Like, that's what you are? cheese and everything,
crackers.
Right? You know what the white person is? You remember that movie? It's supposed to be a scary movie where they kill each other one day out of the year?
The Purge?
The Purge, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the group of elite white people, and they're all rich. And you're like, look at them all kill each other. We still have all our money. Like, Dave Chappelle does such a good job of deposing, like, white people. Just bring the stereotypes down and showing how ridiculous it is. But back to black people, what are we good at? Math?
No.
Do you know black people are really good at math, actually, but not the kind that are born in the United States, I guess.
Nigerians are good at math.
Africans, right? But it's safe to say that anyone outside of the United States is good at math because they push that shit down their throat so much. They go to school 6 days out of the week when we go to school 5 days out of the week. There is no, I'm going to skip school. No, you get your ass whooped by the neighbor, the neighbor's neighbor. Everyone's there to discipline you. These people are from the village, but guess what? It takes a village to raise a kid, and that's why those kids are really smart. It doesn't have to be black, white, Indian, Asian, whatever it is. It's because of the atmosphere that's going on over there. Now over here, you can skip school and they send a voicemail and what?
Yeah, they don't care.
That's why. So when we're talking about white privilege, they use this this way of showing it. They had a classroom, right? And then they had a garbage can in the front of the classroom, and they had all the white kids sitting in front of the classroom. And they had all the black kids sitting in the back of the classroom. And everybody had like a water paper, and they were supposed to make the shot into the garbage can. That is how they depict white privilege. You guys just have a closer shot, a less difficult shot to make in the garbage can. Does that make sense? So a black guy, I mean, it's funny, I'm using basketball as shot because anyone should be like, yo, if you're black, you should be good enough to make that shot anyway. Because that's what you play all day, right? But realistically, no. If we all were in the same playing field, it's way harder to make the shot in the back. Now, we look at the schooling systems and how the kids were raised, the inner city, we keep talking about that. But at the end of the day, guess what? Are these teachers really motivated to help the kids? And even if they were motivated, do they really have the backing and support to be able to help those kids? So these kids don't get any help. Most of the kids are raised by a single parent, which is, I mean, it could be good enough, but most of the time it isn't. It's hard. It's hard for, it's funny, I think it's harder for moms than dads. It's harder to be a single mom than a single dad. And this is coming from someone that isn't a single mom or a single dad. So you don't have to listen to me. But you're raising a child, you're raising a boy, your mom, you're raising a boy. Eventually that boy starts to get bigger. And daddy isn't home. And he thinks he's daddy. He thinks he's the man of the house because he is the only man in the house. And then he's like, I'm supposed to listen to you? I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. I'm going to go and listen to other people that they're in that power level to be able to control me. But what does mom say? Mom can only threaten, but moms always love. And that's the thing. These kids don't need love. They need a ass whooping. I got that. White privilege is white privilege for you. Stereotypical white privilege. You guys get grounded.
Get our Xboxes taken away.
I wish I had that privilege. My dad was about to whoop my ass. I was like, nope, Dad. Let's try something new. Let's try grounding me. My dad's not from this country, so he was like, what is that? What is grounding you? He beat me into the ground. There was no grounding. Well, my friend John he just gets his stuff taken away and he gets to go in his room. Nope. You get to go to your room. Actually, I get full freedom. I get to walk around, go back outside and play, but with welts on my ass. Yeah. Did you ever get whooped?
No.
It's so odd.
Jordan, what do you feel like you have an advantage over black people? Like white people have an advantage over black people?
I feel like a lot of white people were raised differently, so some of us like have different qualities that we're better at than others, but we're also like tend to be like super impatient. We feel like we're entitled to a lot of things just because of the way we were raised.
Like, give me an example. What do you feel like you're entitled to?
Like, this is just me, but like if I wanted something when I was younger, my dad would literally just give it to me right away, where I feel like some people weren't able to have that option.
Do you feel like you're having like a crazy transition and like working with me?
Oh, big time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because I definitely have to work for everything I have to that I want, and I don't get as much attention as I used to get. That's why sometimes I'll call Rod and I'll just be like, "What's up? Like, what are you doing? You want to hang out?"
And what do I say?
You're like, "Go to the field."
Yeah. I'm like, why the?
I'll just and then when he hangs up, I'll just contemplate my life. Like, what?
Right. Jordan doesn't get away with anything. I call myself his black father. Everybody needs a black father.
Yeah.
Because the real life, it doesn't really care about who you are and how much attention you want. It's just how strong you are and if you're strong enough to take it. And a lot of people that were talking about white privilege and all this stuff. I mean, what are we supposed to do about it? What are we supposed to do about it? How do we combat this? Because I think there's privilege all over the place.
Yeah. Nothing you really do about it. I mean, it's not like their white people's fault that they are born with privilege. I mean, what are they supposed to do? Like, don't give me any privilege. Like, anybody would take care of that. If it was on the other foot, like on the other side of things, anybody would take that privilege. So it's not really their fault, you know? So you can't really blame the people that are getting raised today or the kids that are getting raised today. So there's nothing you can really do, honestly. Like, it's just the way that it kind of is, and we just got to just like be more understanding of each other and just help each other out, not like just based off of race, but like including everybody into a solution of how we can get better as society.
Right. I mean, because if I was born white and I had all the privilege, I'll be like, cool.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I have all this privilege. I'm going to purposely handicap myself. I'm going to darken the pigmentation of my skin to be, you know, it's not like when the king or the prince goes and dresses up as a pauper and sees the other way around. You know, it's not that. It's not that easy to go back. I mean, even Michael Jackson, he was black and he went to become white. He was still black.
Yeah.
Did he have more privilege? Did he have just as much privilege as a white person? Absolutely not. He had superstar privilege. So my thing is this. If I don't have certain privileges that someone has and I want those privileges, I'm going to ask myself, what do I need to do to be able to attain those privileges? I want superstar privilege. I want piss on the fucking someone's car privilege and just pay him off and walk off privilege. You know? Who wouldn't want that?
We all do.
Right. But if I had to exchange, right? Okay, get hired. Be the first to get hired or lose your ability to jump. Like, let's take one privilege. Let's switch it. Take this. Remove that. Take this one. Like remove that. Yeah, this is Build-A-Bear right here. Right? What's one thing you would swap out with a black person?
Definitely the athleticism.
Right. But I feel like we are only athletic. And hear me out. I don't think we have. It might be genetics, but I don't think in the beginning that's how it was. There's something called unnatural selection that I do heavily believe in. When there was slavery, it's like you smash, you make new person strong, right? I mean, people do that now. LeVar Ball, he chose his wife so he could breed his kids. He could breed and have his kids, and they could be great at sports. That's what he said. That's unnatural selection. Right? It didn't just happen. You didn't just fall in love. That's not what you chose based on the statistics. In Africa, guess what? I mean, slavery was happening in Africa. You, together. We're getting bred like horses, thoroughbreds. That's why when you look at the lineage of some horses, they're like, that's the winner right there. So yes, over time, we get stronger. We could jump higher. We could run faster. But you know what's happening? I think the playing field is getting leveled. Because Asian people are getting faster. Asian people are getting stronger. White people are getting stronger. White people are dunking like crazy. And you know what? Maybe it's getting leveled out because of the mixture that's happening. I don't know. But eventually, I'll give it 10 years. This shit's just gonna be ridiculous. I'm only talking about this privilege stuff because it's controversial. That's what I like to talk about. Gets the people going. Right? But we could also look at the tokens. I mean, they'll say Michael Jordan made it. There's no white privilege. Michael Jordan made it. Who else is there? Who else is a black guy that made it?
Like
Barack Obama was president. He made it.
Even though he's half black.
Yeah, and people say, well, he's half black. Well, he's still labeled black.
Yeah. You
think a white person looks at a half black person and says, oh, you're white? No way.
You're always black if you know.
Yeah. You got a 1%, you are black. Right? That's how it works. That's how it operates. Magic Johnson.
He owns all these properties in LA, theaters, restaurants.
Right. So
it's kind of crazy. But I think it's also kind of crazy as well that we talk about sports a lot of times, right? So we say like all these like black people are good in sports and football, basketball, all that good stuff as well. But how many black owners of teams are there?
Michael Jordan.
Rebecca Michael Jordan.
Like one. Right. Out of all the teams, I think in baseball, football.
No black-owned baseball team. No black-owned football team.
No.
Basketball is the closest.
Yeah.
I think so. That's the only one I can think of.
That's all I can think of. The Raptors that are, I think, might be black.
Well, that's still basketball.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, though.
Yeah.
All the sports.
I mean, what happened? I mean, all right, guys, forget about this guy drugging all the women with the pudding, all right? But Bill Cosby tried to buy, was it CBS or?
I think so.
One of those stations. Mm-hmm. And he got blocked. He got threatened. Mm. You ain't buying this. Seats taken. That's what's happening. But I don't know. I really don't give a I'm on it. Like, and you guys know me. Like, I will see any challenge and I will go there and put in my best and take it. And cool, have all the privileges in the world. But there's a lot of white people out there that aren't owners, that aren't rich, that aren't trust fund babies, that weren't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They have the privileges and they're not using it. There's a lot of black people out there that aren't superstars. They're not basketball players. They're not singers. They have all the privilege and they're not doing it. Let's look at the rap community. Eminem. What privilege did he have coming into the rap game? Negative privilege. Who are you, white boy? What are you doing here? That's why people. That's why people love. It got him excited, right?
I know.
Ooh, Eminem.
Yeah, he's a token.
Yeah, he's a token.
He's a token.
But I mean, he paved the way for other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the thing is, the black community, we are accepted. We don't care what you guys you've done in the past. We don't care about your history as long as you don't cause any trouble for us. But you see a white person come in, we don't trust him. It is. It is. So I mean, it goes every way. Well, not every white person is trying to be a rapper. You don't know that. There could be a lot of white people trying to be rappers. Look at freaking who's that? Gucci Gang, or whatever the fuck it is. Great song.
Lil Pump.
My girl like to. Oh yeah. Was that? Is it Lil Pump? Lil Pump.
He's Spanish.
What? He's not white.
G-Eazy.
He's white, right?
Yeah, G-Eazy.
Okay. Who knows these days? Everyone thinks Marcus might look white, but he's from Spain or something. I don't know. You know, but
that's Europe.
Yeah, but the privilege is usually it's white privilege and everybody else's privilege, minority privilege, and I guess to everyone else, everyone's gonna want something everyone else has. If someone says, "Rod, if you could be white today, would you?" No, hell no. I love being black. like I really do. Like I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, I'm like, I love being black. I don't know if white people do the same thing. Probably. They wake up in the morning, they check their bank account.
Credit score,
9,000. Ours can only go up to 300. We were born with bad credit. What's that?
So we're born with better credit.
Yeah, you guys are born with better credit. Yeah, they have white privilege. I mean, you go to a store, right, and you want to buy some jewelry or you want to buy a nice watch. But because we're not dressed the part, people won't take us seriously, right? You guys could be dressed in the same thing, white person. You go in there, and they'll take you way more seriously. Unless they think we're a rapper or something. They're like, oh, well, now we gotta take him a little bit seriously because he could be a rapper. Please don't lose this. Like, these rappers love their ice.
Crossroads,
I do have the privilege to. And you know what? You know when girls are always like, black girls usually like, hey, do you really talk like that? Is that really how you talk? Yeah. I had the privilege, just like everyone else, to learn vocabulary. I had a privilege to learn my alphabet. Just like I had the privilege to skew right and start going Gucci gang, my girl like to cocaine, ooh. Like, I could have done all that. But I decided that where I wanted to go, I had to play the game by the rules. And in this game, in the world of Monopoly, when you pass go, you collect how much?
$200.
Right. And when you picked up that card, the Meek Mill card, where does it put you?
In jail.
In jail. In fucking jail.
Danger.
So you can't say, hey, I accept this part and I don't accept that. It's part of the game. You just got to position yourself in the game to win. And that's what I did. Now, when I'm hanging around, Phil's been with me when I'm hanging around all black people, I know how to talk. But when I'm on a job interview, I know how to talk too. sit up straight. What's up? Okay, tucked in. All right, firm handshake. You know, it's funny. Like people, when I interview black people to work for me, when I interview my people, they come to me and they're like, "Yo, what up, bruh?" I mean, half sleepy, right? I'm like, do you respect this shit at all? Like, this is an interview, you know? And look, black privilege is real because I will give a black person a little bit of some leeway, you know? It's true. Like, I feel it. Like, I would. I'd give them a chance because they're my people. Right? Everyone, well, Rod, everyone's your people. Okay, whatever. But they're my people. But when you're coming in, you're like, yo, what up, bro? Man, yo, these white people, man. They're leaning back in the chair, and they're like, hey, so what did you like about your last position? Bro, man, look, bro, I just woke up, man. I just want to smoke some weed, bro. You know, I'm like, bro, you smell like it. You had no respect for this interview. Now let's go hang out at the club. Let's do that shit, you know? Like, there's a place and time for everything, but you're in a job interview. Don't come smelling like weed. Don't come smelling like Black and Mild. Don't come saying, yo, what up? Nah, man, I am the person interviewing you. Now, have I had some white girls come in and do that shit? Looking hella sleepy? Yes. And then I'm confused. But hey, here's something. What do you say about the white people that support black people? Like, you know, the extreme white people where they're like, listen, we up your life. We hurt you with all these things and we enslaved you. We deserve to be punished. I've seen that. And you've seen that before. The white side that really just shuns the white side. And then they embrace the black people because they really, I really do feel like they feel like responsible for that. What do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're responsible for all the things that happened to us in the past?
In a sense, I don't feel like it's like directly my fault, but sometimes I do kind of feel like I owe it to, you know.
You don't owe it to anyone, bitch. What the?
I don't know.
You don't owe it to anyone. You did not do those things.
Right.
So why should you pay for the sins of the people in the past? Honestly, do you know your lineage?
Yes.
Didn't you say you just found out you might be Jewish or something?
Yeah.
Okay, how many Jews enslaved black people? I don't know. So I guess you can't feel bad about something like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's how like society positions it.
And some black people don't even know that they were slaves. Like, and some of them might have been, and some of them weren't.
Yeah,
but I wasn't.
Were you? Probably.
Phil, yeah, probably Phil.
Most likely.
Yeah. Well, Phil wasn't a slave. Maybe his ancestors were.
Yeah.
But so now you have to pay the price for that? What are you going to give me? What can you give me? An apology?
Sorry.
Acre and a mule.
Right.
Sorry.
like I wouldn't even want that.
That's kind of disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. Like, oh, so you're above me? Like, you feel, oh, you owe me something?
Right.
Yeah, I don't need your pity. Keep your mule. I'll take the land. But I'm not training a mule.
Yeah.
Right? And I found, like, I was in a car, I think it was 2015 or something like that. I was in a car and we're leaving a party. And I was next to one girl and then my buddy was next to another girl. And, you know, you're leaving the party for the after party. And the girls started fighting because one girl was like, listen, we did all these bad things to them. And the other one's like, listen, I understand that happened in the past, but we haven't done anything. And so they fought, and they got out of the car, and they actually fought each other. And none of us ended up getting lucky because of this shit of privilege and racism. So for just that one reason, I want to end this shit. I want to end it. But in close, is there anything that you guys want to add? Anything you guys want to say, Phil? Like, what do we do about this, man?
Just got to live our lives and be the best we can be. You know, privilege here, privilege there. Some people have privileges, you know, in different ways than other people do. But, I mean, at the end of the day, one thing people can't dispute is success and being of value. So we just got to be valuable as people, no matter who we are, what color we are, what ethnicity we are. We're all, at the end of the day, human beings. And in this world that we're in, we just got to be the best human beings we could be and just get along and love each other more than the hate in any aspect as well.
And there's no right or wrong here. It's just what you feel is what it is. But whether you feel it's privilege, learn how to win in a world of privilege. If you feel there's no privilege, then learn how to win in a world of no privilege. Own whatever you feel is your reality and go and make it happen without excuses. That's it. Because I can accept your opinion. I just can't accept excuses. Cool? Mm-hmm. Good? Thank you guys for listening to the EarMeOut podcast. We're here with the most hated individual once again, Jordy McWilliams. We got Philip Gray right over there. Marcus, can you grab that camera right there and point at yourself? We got Marcus. There he is. He's not white, he's not black, but he's somewhere smack dab in the middle. So we needed him there. And me, your host, Roderic Grant. We'll see you here next time on EarMeOut.